Chances are, if you've been to Freeport recently, if you're visiting, driving down to the beach, or if you live in Freeport full time, the amount of development that I'm about to show you will surprise you. I just got done showing an amazing family out of Texas, and they were astonished by the amount of growth since the last time they were here in Freeport, and really notes Freeport as one of the fastest growing cities in the state of Florida. Side note there, we showed them a ton of amazing homes in Windswept, Hammock Bay, and Bear Creek. Amazing opportunity for negotiations right now as a buyer in Freeport due to the amount of supply and not enough demand. But touching on that real quick, the amount of development here in Freeport is astonishing, even here as a local. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna toss the drone up, give you a 30,000 foot view of everything that's going on right here in Freeport. One of the biggest brand new developments right here, starting with Highway 331, is the brand new Walmart, which is going right next to Riverwalk. This is on about 96 acres and was just recently purchased for just south of $10 million. This is a huge validation of the population growth. Walmart doesn't just build stores based on speculation, they analyze population trends, income data, and long-term growth forecasts. This signals Freeport, as we all know, is no longer a sleepy pass-through town down to the beach, but an emerging hub that's attracting full-time residents. A little translation for that is that more rooftops are coming, more subdivisions will be greenlit, but one of the things that Walmart does very well is the infrastructure expansion that's on the way. Major retailers often coordinate with county officials to improve roads, signage, utilities, and traffic flow. So we can fully expect increased Department of Transportation attention on Highway 331 and surrounding roads. This helps future developments along 331, Highway 20, and Highway 83 become more viable. The third reason I think this is such a big development is that this is more convenient for residents. So full-time residents, especially in Hammock Bay, Windswept Estates, and north of Highway 20 now have essential goods closer to home. This means that Freeport becomes more attractive to all types of demographics now: retirees, young families, first-time buyers, and of course those looking to settle down. Moving north on Highway 331, closer to that Publix that we're all used to going to, we have the Waters, which is a 226 unit apartment building, and pre-leasing is already live. We're gonna put some renderings on what the final product is gonna look like. But the importance of this, having this in the main hub, also for everyday living, obviously we don't really care about apartments if you live here full time and already have a house, but the out parcels that are available. In this section, they have great visibility on a hard corner with over 600 feet of frontage on US 331. So what does this mean? This means that new commercial parcels are gonna be available right here, and now is a chance where we have the voice to see what we want to come. Marketing already has Starbucks coming into that area, but what else would you like to see right here by this Publix? As we move north on 331, we get to the intersection of Highway 20. And if you head west, is now one of my favorite places to stop when I show property or if I'm visiting Freeport, and that's the Register Farm Market. They're bringing local produce, local honey, a ton of gluten-free options, which we typically don't see here in Freeport. And I love stopping here to get some sourdough for my wife and I, but also the smoothies and sandwiches are second to none, especially when you're looking for that quick, convenient option that's not fast food. Make sure you stop here, say hello to the crew, make sure you tell them good job on this. But as we head north on 331, we're gonna see Owl's Head. Owl's Head on the west side features two phases by D.R. Horton encompassing parks and recreational facilities. There we're looking at community amenities including a pool, a half basketball court, 2 pickleball courts, and a playground. But over here you can expect D.R. Horton to be building all single-story homes ranging from 3 to 5 bedrooms and 2 to 3 car garages. Across the street from that, we have the Exchange at Owlhead, which I haven't seen too much information on, but if you go to Owlhead's website, it's sitting on about 24 stunning acres. We're gonna have over 300 units of multifamily, and that means apartment buildings right here on 331. Not too far away from the Madison at Owl's Head, which just opened up. We're starting to see prices around that $1,600 for a 1-bedroom a month. Just north of that, we have Longleaf by Lennar Homes, which is something I haven't seen before, but notice them clearing the track for, and that's gonna be 520 single family lots. Massive community right there by Lennar Homes. And what does this mean? This means that infrastructure along this corridor of 331 is obviously gonna have to expand. You'll notice some new traffic lights going in this section. There's gotta be some new commercial spaces. And speaking of that, I'm gonna pop up the master plan for Owl's Head so you can see everything that this area is gonna encompass. Over here as well, I'm gonna flash some shots of the bluffs at Lafayette. You can see how it's expanding outwards towards the east, and you can see the development going on there. There's gonna be some multifamily in terms of some townhomes over this section as well. And then the Owlhead East Division of the Owlheads Farms community. So you can see that expanding out as well. There's gonna be some storage options that are coming soon. That's gonna be pretty interesting. And so if you want more information on that, make sure you reach out and let me know. If we head west, we're gonna go down Business Highway 331, which is kind of becoming its own little development corridor in itself. But right over here, we have the new Ashton Park Phase 3. This is built out by D.R. Horton. You can see the existing phase, obviously the new phase here as well. These are one-story residences starting about 1,580 square feet, starting from about $330,000. There's a range from 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2 car garages, and it's very close to the schools. You're looking at about 1.3 to 1.5 miles to both the elementary school and the high school. There is a ton of commercial spaces available in this little section as well. So if you're interested in commercial opportunities, make sure you reach out because that's gonna be the new wave along this little corridor. Speaking of that, we have the Rosemary Place apartments, but 1 to 3 bedroom options starting at about $1,004 for a 1 bedroom. One thing that's pretty interesting is this is where we're gonna see rental assistance available and housing vouchers welcomed, and they strive to make living here accessible to everyone. Again, typically not what we see when we see new apartment buildings coming into our area. Across the street from Ashton Park, we're gonna have a new phase which can be built out by Lennar Homes. These are gonna be 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2 to 3 bathrooms, starting about approximately 1,845 square feet and ranging up to about 2,200 square feet, all across a single story as a single family home. So this wasn't the full vision of everything coming to Freeport, since it's really hard to cover all that in just one video. But I encourage you, stay connected with this channel. I do all the research so that you don't have to. And the number one thing is, how does this impact your real estate investment? If that's something you're asking yourself, make sure you give me a call or use that information below. Get in touch with me. Can't wait to see you here in Freeport soon.